All right, peace, love, and power. So, a lot of people were wondering, how does APOC reprogram his mind? We talked about the different ways of programming the mind, but some were still wondering, how does it sound? So, let's tap right in. I'm going to show you. I am peaceful. I am serenity. Yes. I am serenity. Yes, I am. I am that. I am. I am calm and relaxed. Yes, I am. Everything is good. Greetings, Olivia. Greetings. How are you? I am relaxed. I am at peace. Yes, I am. I am. Today is going to be a good day. Yes, today is a good day. Today ended well. Yes. I got all of my goals accomplished today. How you doing, Olivia? Thank you for coming back tonight. Thank you. That I needed to complete on today. Yes, I did. Yes. I did. I am thankful that I got all. Can you see the screen pretty good, Olivia? Yes, I am thankful. I am happy. Peace. Moni, what's up? Miss Kelsey, what's up? Can y'all see the screen real good? Is it too small? Do I need to zoom it in? Let me know. She said, I actually got my notification this time. I know that's fucking right. I'm looking for my holder over here. Let's see. Let me know, guys, if you guys can see the screen. I appreciate it. I am motivated to complete every goal that I have. Yes, I am. I am successful. I am prosperous. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am successful. I am prosperous. I am wealthy. I am healthy. I am successful. I am prosperous. I am wealthy and healthy. Yes, I am. I am that. I am. Yes, I am that. I am. I am abundance. I am infinite abundance. Yes, I am. I am infinite abundance. Yes, I am. I am infinite abundance. I am that. I am. Yes, I am that. I am. I am clarity of mind. Yes, I am clarity of mind. I am on the vibrational frequency of clarity. I am on the vibrational frequency of peace. I am on the vibrational frequency of love. Yes, I am. I am that. I am. I am the energy of love. I am the energy of peace. I am the. Okay, I'm gonna zoom in. Got you. Got you. I figured I was making sure because I know on my side it looks a little different than y'all side, so I was just making sure. All right, let's see. Y'all let me know. Is this good? I'm gonna pull up an article. Let me get to the beginning. I am good health. I am infinite strong health. I am abundant strong health. I am that. I am that. I attract good people. I attract good energy. So earlier we started with January. We're gonna go ahead and move on to February. We did this one right here earlier. The CFPB addresses inaccurate background checks. So let's move on to February. I don't know if they had anything in February. They might have just went straight to March. But they was on people's ass in January. I am balanced. I am comfortable in my own shoes. I am confident. I am comfortable with myself. We're going to start with this one. And I'm going to zoom it in. I am healthy self-love. I am well-balanced. Can y'all see that better? Perfect. Good. Yes. Got it. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, I forgot to share it. Hold on, guys. Let me share the live on my Facebook and social media real quick. Because people like, I don't be seeing your lives. I just missed it.
So let me go ahead and share it.
Yes, I do. Yes, I know. I know. I believe in myself. I believe in my abilities. I believe. Yes, I believe. I can do anything that I put my
I
mind
keep
to.
forgetting to change the topic. Oh man, that sucks big time.
Yes, I can. I can do anything that I put my mind to. Yes, I can. I can and I am. I can and I am and I will. I will, I shall, and I can and I am. I am going to do all of the things that I need to do.
Excuse me.
I've already accomplished all
Excuse me.
I've already accomplished all of my goals that I have in my mind, that I have written down on paper. Yes, and I prosper in my goals. I succeed in my goals. I prosper in my goals. I succeed in my goals. I succeed in my goals. I succeed. I succeed. I succeed in my goals. I am successful. Yes, I am infinite success. Yes, I am infinite success. I am infinite success. Yes.
We're gonna be starting in about 5 minutes, guys.
I am.
Gonna be starting in about 5 minutes. So go ahead and get your water if you can while you here. Come on outside the live and hit the like button, please, and come back in while we wait. We're gonna start right at 7:15, guys. Right at 7:15.
Yes. I am prospering in all areas of my life. I am prospering. I am prospering in all areas of my life. I am prospering. I am prospering in all areas of my life. I am prospering. Yes, 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 I am. I am. I am that. I am. I am that. I am. I am. I am.
Miss Davis, I am well. I am well. Hey, Root Source Herbs. We're about to start in 5 minutes. Just waiting on some more people. I've been sharing the live. So tonight we are doing. Yes, I'm happy to be here too. I'm getting a little bit acclimated with this part here. Let me see something. Hold on. I need to fix something, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Yes, I am. I am. I attract good knowledge.
All right, let me switch something real quick, guys. Hold on.
Good knowledge. I am infinite good knowledge.
I'm gonna go ahead and delete this out the way.
I am infinite.
Let me go and delete this real quick.
I am infinite divine knowledge. I am infinite divine knowledge. I am high vibrational knowledge. I am high vibrational knowledge. I am sacred knowledge.
All right, let's get the screen back shared.
Sacred knowledge. I attract the energy of sacred knowledge. Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to get acclimated with this new software here, so bear with me, guys. I've been trying to do my best. Oh crap. That's the wrong thing. Hold on. Back. This one.
I am on the vibrational frequency of ancient knowledge. I am on the vibrational frequency of success. I am on the vibrational frequency of successful ideas.
All right.
The vibrational frequency of successful ideas. I am successful. I am infinite success. I experience infinite success in all areas of my life. I experience infinite success in all areas of my life. I am infinite success. Yes, I am infinite success. Yes, I am. I am. I am that. I am. I am. Yes. I attract successful ideas. I attract ideas for success. I attract ideas for wealth. I attract.
So we're going to go back to January 1st. We're doing a year with the Consumer Law CFPB actions.
I am the energy of ideas that will benefit others. I am the energy of ideas that will help.
So let me go back down to page 6.
That will heal the world. I am the energy of ideas to promote.
Get back to where we was.
Energy of ideas to promote freedom. I am the energy of ideas.
Hey, Miss Daniel. All right, we was in February. Let's go back to where we was. Here we go. Boom. Now I can zoom it in so you guys can see real good. Making sure I scoot it over so you guys can see it. All right. We're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have Olivia, Moni, Purple Chanel. We have Miss Davis, and we got Rutasource Herbs that came in and greeted the host. Thank you so much for coming in, showing respect and greeting the host. I appreciate you all. I'm going to zoom this in as much as I can. I have the separate screen up so now I can see if I need to zoom it in because I'm probably having this view that you guys have now. Boom. All right. So we are doing a year in consumer law. A year in consumer law when it comes to the CFPB. We're going to go through even though every month they have several enforcement actions, we're just going to choose one. So I know I just chose one for February, but when we get to March, I'm going to go ahead and whatever they are, I'll call them out. Whatever who has a majority in the comments, we will go with that article. Let me grab my water. Give me about 35, 40 seconds. Be right there. All right, let's get this party started. You ain't just here. You must just miss everything I just said, Moni. We are going over a year in consumer law with the enforcement action. So we're going to go all the way from January of this year through December. And we're going to review them because sometimes people don't read all these articles, even though, again, if you've been following me for some time, you've probably been on TikTok for the last year and we have reviewed them. But if not, let's get it done. I'm going to add a little bit of additional clarity based on everything I've been saying for the last few years. As I've said, the CFPB has vindicated me a lot. 2024, everything the CFPB has put down and enforced, I've been screaming from the top of my lungs almost since 2017, 2018, guys. So I'm excited. Yes, a whole year. I'm excited. We started on we started on TikTok this morning. We did January. So I was like, you know what? We'll just finish this up on YouTube because I can share the screen. It's easier. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we are ready to get in there. She said, let me go back. So again, please follow Rooted Source Herbs, Rooted Source Sounds. She says, please like the live and show support. Thank you so much for that. So let's get to it, guys. So here we're talking about foreclosures. They secured $12 million from ringleaders of foreclosure relief scam. So long-running action from 4 attorneys and their company, Consumer Legal Group, comes to an end. So if you've ever heard of Consumer First Legal Group, as of back in February of this year, they're finito. They're done. No more. So they have an enforcement suit against them. They say the case was a part of a coordinated effort against various foreclosure relief scam operations. And it happened in 15 states in 2014, according to the FTC. The CFPB has filed 3 lawsuits. The FTC filed 6 lawsuits, and the states took 32 actions. In 2019, the CFPB won a judgment. This case has been ongoing, given multiple appeals. Again, that's why I always tell you guys, do not worry if you have to appeal. It's okay. These are big dogs, what someone will call a big dog, and they had to do multiple appeals. It is okay. It's okay, okay? So let's pull up the enforcement suits. So they filed this suit against Mortgage Law Group LLP. Let me zoom it in. Mortgage Group LLP and their attorneys. The Bureau brought this suit alleging that the defendants violated Regulation O. If you have not read Regulation O, you might need to write that down and go read it. They are formally known as Mortgage Assistance Relief Services Rule, by taking payments from consumers for mortgage modifications before the consumer signed a mortgage modification agreement from their lender. They also violated by failing to make required disclosures, by directing consumers not to contact lenders, and making deceptive statements to consumers when providing mortgage assistance relief, right? So the court enjoined TMLG from operating and ordered them to pay 18 million in redress, 20 million in civil money penalties, and it kept going. So let's pull this up, guys, because we ain't gonna be here all night. Let's pull up the complaint, because that's what's more important. That's what's more important, because everybody needs to know how did these people violate me? What did these people say? And I always told you, if you're gonna copy, you might as well copy the right cat. The right cat would be the Bureau, not me. All right. So can you guys see? I think you guys can see this. Let me bring it back in. All right. Let me see, make it a little bit bigger, just a little bit. All right. So we already see this action is brought up under the CFPB. Sorry, CFPA. So when I say CFPB and CFPA, it's like a tongue twister. So please excuse me. Also, Section 626 of the Omnibus Appropriations Act, the Mortgage Relief Services Rule, which is MARS rule, if you haven't heard of that, and Regulation O, they kind of go hand in hand. 12 CFR, point 1015, in connection with the defendant's marketing and sale of purported mortgage assistance relief. So we're not going to go over jurisdiction and venue. We already know that part, right? So we already got the parties. We already know that part. So the good thing is a summary of the complaints. So they've been in business, looks like, since 2011, and they have marketed and sold mortgage relief services to consumers. They attracted financially distressed homeowners through various marketing methods. The same thing I talk about with these gurus on the internet. They're going to attract the people who are in distress. You guys are vulnerable, so you know what to say and how to say it in order to get you to buy their product or template. Now, it keeps going, says they deceptively promised that they would assist homeowners in obtaining loan modifications and foreclosure relief in exchange for the payment of advance fees. If you've been studying, please tell me, where have you heard it's a violation for payment of advance fees? Let's see who's been studying. Put it in the comments before we move on. Not the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. It is a violation to receive advance fees for services that they can't promise. No, it's not in TILA, because TILA and a down payment wouldn't have anything to do with advance fees. That's just an additional payment that they're requesting to put in their pocket. Yes, you did see it on the Credit Repair Act. Absolutely, it's the Credit Repair Organization Act. They are prohibited from charging people advance fees, payment in advance, that's what it says, payment in advance for credit repair services unless everything has been fulfilled. Absolutely. So the Credit Repair Organization Act has the same language. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I'm trying to get this to loop. I don't know why it's not looping. Okay, so now, in the end, consumers routinely pay thousands of dollars in each advance fees, while none receiving none of the promises, services, or relief. There was 12,000 plus consumers in their program, and they collected at least $19.2 million from consumers nationwide. So let's talk about their business practices. Remember, I always said, if you guys remember, I've always told you all, if you know, and you should be able to know because it's public information, or you can request it. It's not a crime to ask for it. There are policies and procedures, because what happens is when you stick their policies and procedures to them, that's when they really move. And then if you pairing that with the federal laws, oh baby, they're going to jump high in the sky. You're going to think they got Jordans on. That you want to think they Supersonic the Hedgehog, how fast they're going to be running from you, right? So let's look at their business practices. They got who they were, who their attorney was, they were licensed in Illinois, all this stuff. But they said Macy, Alman, and Stearns have had managerial responsibility They participated in the conduct of its affairs. Remember, conduct is really important because based on how they act is what laws govern them. And that's really important, right? It's really important, including the development and approval of the mortgage service relief services, the mortgage assistance relief services, partnerships with local attorneys, and that stuff, right? So let's go down. Number 20 says consumers who contacted them were connected with a company representative to discuss their mortgage and financial situation. The representative made statements aimed at convincing, kind of like coercion, consumers that they were eligible for a loan modification. They would obtain a mortgage modification if they hired them. So they kind of implied, look, you're going to get this if you hired us. They kind of made a guarantee, which a lot of these folks on the internet do. That's why I told y'all, if y'all was with me yesterday on TikTok and I was talking about Andrell's daughter Libby, I was like, look, Libby, because she's 10 now and she's really close with her mom and she listens to her mom when it comes to consumer protection. She's going to be the one when she buy her first car next 6-7 years, she gonna be like, guarantee what? Who guaranteed it? How you do that? She's gonna question versus the average adult nowadays. When somebody say this is guaranteed, you don't even have no questions. You like, oh, okay, you like a deer in headlights, sure, whatever. You don't have no questions. You should have questions. So it says in some instances, they instructed consumers to stop paying their mortgage altogether. Kind of like these gurus on the internet. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. They enrolled 10,000 consumers through these practices. They'll send them a welcome packet and a cover letter and a retainer agreement. We've been talking about agreements. We've been talking about contracts for a very long time, these last 3-4 weeks. So what does it say? The same language we've been talking about. These documents misleadingly suggest to consumers that they will be receiving the services of an attorney. For example, the cover letter begins by thanking them for entrusting their home. A full-service law firm focuses on resolving all mortgage-related issues. And then they said the language included a warning to consumers. While we will not tell you not to speak to your servicer, we must advise you do that so risky. You do so is risky. We have seen several clients hurt by deceptive practices when their servicer calls. It's funny how they're talking about the servicer being deceptive, but they're being deceptive in their whole get up, their whole job. They go on to talk about the phase of the retainer agreement, and then it says they charge them an initial flat fee retainer, which was around $1,100. It was for an initial review of their situation from the consumer and a preliminary underwriting analysis. Again, let's see who's been studying. Quiz time. Let's talk about the underwriters. When you hear underwriting, which Consumer Protection Act is involved here, or can be involved, or possibly invoked when we're talking about underwriting? Who remembers? Y'all know I'm not going to sit here and talk to myself. No, not TILA. Not the Security Act. I think Ms. Davis might be the only one to get this, only because she recently took the money back to her and it's still fresh in her mind. This is how you get your brain to work. So if you've been studying consumer law and you hear underwriting, ask your brain, when it comes to underwriting, which act would be appropriate? And you might get the answer. Oh, I didn't even see that. ECOA. You're correct, Ms. Davis. I didn't even see that. It just popped up on my side. That's crazy work. So yes, it is the ECOA. They talk about underwriting. They talk about underwriting to the extent to where people are getting denied business loans because of an underwriter. And if you read the ECOA, it talks about how they have no reason dibbling and dabbling in your business. Now, let's keep going. It says consumers routinely pay all fees before any written agreement was reached with the consumer's lender or servicer, or before any other mortgage assistance relief was obtained. They failed to obtain loan modifications or foreclosure relief for consumers. Many consumers did not receive representation by the attorney. Remember, that was in the cover letter. That was in the cover letter that they said. So what else about their business practices? They got Macy again, Alman and Stafford about their responsibilities. They talk about their responsibilities. So let's go down to the accounts. This is what's more important. This is what this live is about. They go into Regulation O. So if you want to read Regulation O, you go ahead and read that. CFPA. Now, this is what's good. Advance fees, count 1. And violation of Regulation O. And this is what I like to point out every time. If you have multiple defendants in your complaint, when you do your accounts, you need to be sure that you see how it says advance fees in violation of Regulation O, defendants Macy, Alman, Stearns, and TMLG. Whatever defendant the count is for, it needs to go towards. So you need to specify that, just like they did. They said in the course of providing, offering to provide, or arranging for others to provide mortgage assistance relief, the defendants have requested or received payment from consumers before those consumers have executed a written agreement. That's violation of Regulation O. Count 2, all defendants. Same thing, written agreement, right? Then they go to count 3. It says the defendants have engaged in making expressly or by implication representations that a consumer should not contact or communicate with his or her lender or servicer. Once again, another violation. Same thing down here. It says they have engaged in misrepresenting. I'm on line 75. They have engaged in misrepresenting expressly or by implication material aspects of their services. The likelihood of obtaining the loan modification. Remember in the beginning, they said, listen, if you hire us, you're more than likely to get this modification, right? The amount of time it would take to obtain the modification, and your obligation to make periodic payments or any other payments. Now, when they say the consumer's obligation, what's wrong with line C? Somebody tell me what's wrong with line C. It says a consumer's obligation to make scheduled periodic payments. You know what? I might not get all the way through December on this live. I might just have to do at least through April because it's already 7:30. Anybody could tell me what's wrong with C? Y'all just saying one word. Y'all remember we on YouTube. Y'all gotta be more specific. The word allege is not even there. So what are you trying to say? What about it being alleged? Like you gotta give me something more than that. Olivia said collect the payments before services. No, ma'am. Let's see who could put it together. What's wrong with letter C here? Kendra says, Ms. Davis says, because we pay, it doesn't mean we admit to the alleged obligation. You're the closest one. You're the closest one to put in a complete sentence. So they're making it seem, they're implying that the consumer is obligated to make these payments when anytime there's an obligation for a consumer to pay, it's always going to be alleged. So Ms. Davis, you're correct. Very close. So now they got misrepresentations and violations of Regulation O, right? They got, their services, material aspects, the likelihood of obtaining a mortgage modification, the amount of time it would take. I think they just went over that one as well. So this is key right here. Failure to make certain disclosures in the course of providing, offering to provide, or arranging for others to provide services, mortgage relief services. The defendants fail to make the following disclosure in all consumer specific commercial communications in a clear and prominent manner. The key word is clear. Now, some people can see without glasses. Some people see clearer with glasses. But listen, when you read it, it needs to be clear with or without glasses. Do that make sense? Y'all see where that went? That comes back to plain language. Goes right back to plain language. So it says they supposed to have this. You may stop doing business with us at any time. You may accept or reject the offer of mortgage assistance we obtain from your lender. If you reject the offer, you do not have to pay us. If you accept the offer, you will have to pay us in violation of Regulation O. When they're talking about you may accept or reject the offer, which consumer protection law has the same language? I swear, YouTube boring as fuck. YouTube is boring. I hate it over here. TILA, absolutely. TILA is a Consumer Protection Act they're referring to because TILA gives you the right to rescind within 3 days. You can reject any offer within 3 days. Good job, Olivia. Thank you for that. Let's go down. Let's go down. Let's go back up. Wait. We got to go back up. Go back up. Deceptive acts and practices. Yes, Ms. Davis. Deceptive acts and practices. In numerous instances in connection with the offering or provision of a mortgage relief service, the defendants have engaged in representing expressly or by implication that the following. They generally will obtain loan modifications for consumers or will help them avoid foreclosure. They generally will obtain such mortgage assistance within a certain time frame, which is 90 to 120 days, and they will provide consumers with legal representation. That was a lie. According to the CFPB, that was a lie. In truth and fact, what happened was they generally do not obtain loan mortgage modifications for consumers. They generally do not help them avoid foreclosure, and they generally provide no actual mortgage assistance relief within the represented time. And they generally do not provide lawyers to provide legal representation. The material are likely to mislead a reasonable consumer. And here's their prayer for relief. So that is that one. Let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next one. That's February. Let's go on to March. Got to go to the bottom, and we're moving backwards here. So now I got to go to page 5. All right, start from the bottom up. All right. So March, we got CFPB banning excessive credit card late fees. Excuse me. They join federal and state agencies and statements on tech enforcement. They halt false claims of free international money transfers. So it looks like the only one that's probably conducive here would be credit card late fees. I know everybody pretty much have a credit card. I'm sure somebody had a late fee or know somebody that had a late fee. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Is everybody okay with talking about this one? Let me know, yes or no. Everybody's okay? Okie dokie. Let's move. So the CFPB finalized a rule. This is the month of March 2024. To cut excessive credit card fees, late fees to be exact, by closing a loophole that has been exploited by large credit card issuers. The rule curbs fees that cost American families more than $14 billion a year. They say for over a decade, credit card giants have been exploiting a loophole to harvest billions of dollars in junk fees from American consumers. Notice they're not calling you guys citizens. I need y'all to pick that up. They're not calling you citizens for a reason. Now, today's rule ends the era of big credit card companies hiding behind the excuse of inflation when they hike fees on borrowers and boost their own bottom line, meaning ill-gotten gain. They're concerned that companies are building a business model based on penalties and fee harvesting, a bait and switch tactic. So Congress passed in 2009 the Credit Card Accountability, Responsibility, and Disclosure Act of 2009. And when they did this law banned credit card companies from charging excessive penalty fees and established clearer disclosures and consumer protections. If you have not read the Card Act, I highly suggest you read it. If you have a credit card, I'm telling you it's going to be beneficial to you. It says the CFPB found that since 2010, issuers, which is credit card issuers, have been charging consumers more in credit card late fees. So the final rule applies to the largest credit card issuers. What does it say? The final rule says they're going to lower the immunity provision dollar amount for late fees to $8. So based on data analyzed by the CFPB, a late fee of $8 would be sufficient for larger issuers because they was charging y'all $35, $40, $50. So $8 is like a steal to me because that's going to cover collection costs incurred as a result of late payments. Now, I want you to think about this on another scale. The reason why they lowered this amount, because remember, it's just like we talked about the passport, right? The passport was not, the Department of Transportation, Department of State was not charging before 1994 to expedite passports. Remember, they charged a fee, and we talked about how they increased it in 2002 to a number, and they was like, wait a minute, we gotta do something about this. We gotta do something about this, right? So they said, you know what, let's make it fair, because they didn't have any reasoning behind their $60 hike from the $35 when they did it in 1994. But before 1994, it was free. So they had no reason. So they're saying $8 is pretty much okay versus the $35, $40, $50 they would charge you for a late charge. Because you have to prove that what you're asking for is equivalent to that number. Same thing when it comes to your security your what is it? Security, what is it called? Security deposit. When you leave your apartments and they don't want to give you a security deposit, they just send you a letter saying, "Hey, Jane Doe, we found things in your apartment that we need to repair, so we're not returning it." Or they'll just say, "We had to change a lock, or we had to paint a wall, and you can't get your security deposit." Hold up, wait a minute. That's a lie. That's not correct. That's deceptive. That's misleading. Why? Because it's supposed to be itemized. If you said you painted the wall and I had a $2,500 security deposit, you better show me a receipt from somebody you paid $2,500. If not, I'm calling you bluff. I'm gonna call you a liar. Ms. Davis says, I know. Where is it? It just went. Where the hell did it go? Man, these comments be going crazy on this side. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Ms. Davis says, I know the CFPB went after Navy for the excessive fees. I know that some Coast Credit Union charge an overdraft fee, even if they don't cover the cost. If someone tries to pull money and it's not there, they will still charge like $30. That means they're out of compliance. This was back in February. Olivia said they still charging $35 plus. Y'all might want to go ahead and do your due diligence and get this shit taken care of. Y'all might want to do your due diligence and get this stuff taken care of, because they ain't supposed to be charging you no more than $8, as you see. This is a law. This has been enacted since February. So what else the law does, the rule? It ends abuse of the automatic annual inflation adjustment, and it requires credit card issuers, to show their math. Larger card issuers will be able to charge fees above the threshold. So as long as they can prove, again, the higher fee is necessary to cover their actual collection costs. We already know they buy things for pennies on a dollar. So why the hell you charging me $60 and $35 if it costs you $10? Right? So again, if it's, let me see what it says. Oh, they found that the increase in the APR charge the largest issuer. So you guys can go back to this, but it looks like y'all might want to read the Card Act. The Card Act look like it's going to be your remedy, along with everything we talked about with deceptive language. They only getting away with it and still doing it because you guys are letting them. So that was March, guys. Let's go on to April. CFPB reports financial and privacy risks to consumers in video gaming. CFPB finds Americans are paying upfront fees seeking to lower interest rates. She says ill-gotten gain, building businesses on penalties, made up costs. Absolutely. That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. Ill-gotten gain. Period. Made up. It's a conspiracy to me. That's what it sounds like. Right? Then we have let me get out of this like this. Then we have the CFPB found violations of credit report accuracy requirements, including survivors of human trafficking. They taken action for deceiving students and hiding loan costs. Stop illegal junk fees and mortgage servicing. CFPB finds 15 million Americans have medical bills on their credit reports. So let me see. I'm looking for enforcement actions, guys. So these are just like little things. They taking action. So let's see when they actually changed the law and made them hold to it. Let's do this one right here. CFPB violations of credit report accuracy requirements. Because a lot of people, again, I talk about this probably 4 or 5 times a day when I'm on TikTok, and I'm letting you guys know you guys are falling for the okie doke when there's literally the FCRA and it's all about accuracy. So you don't need no secret sweep. You ain't gotta lie on no identity theft.gov report. You ain't gotta do none of this stupid shit that people are trying to sell you in the package so they can pay their rent. Now, it says examiners also found furnishers failed to correct false information and reported fraudulent information. They published highlights to an addition to share key findings from recent examinations about the accuracy problems in the credit reporting system. Let's see what this is. Let's read the full report. This is 15 pages. All right. And recent reviews of furnishers. Again, if you don't know who the furnisher is, please go to the FCRA and find out who those people are. They are based on their conduct, according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They have continued to find deficiencies in furnishers' compliance. Again, 15 U.S.C. 1681E, with the accuracy and dispute investigation requirements of the FCRA and Regulation V as in Victor. They found several violations from furnishers. What do? The FCRA duty is to promptly update or correct information to be determined to be incomplete or inaccurate, including, for example, continue to report fraudulent accounts for several years. They also found that furnishers violated the FCRA after receiving an ID theft report from a consumer at the appropriate address by continuing to furnish information identified in the report as resulting from identity theft without the furnishers knowing. Because once you send a block in, they have to let you know in so many days if they are going to make it frivolous or they decline to block. The FCRA gives them that little bit of itty bitty mustard seed of power where they can say, you know what, Jane Doe, I think this doesn't make any sense. I think you made an error when you fill this out. So we're going to decline to block this. Or I believe that you receive services or goods based on this account. So we're going to decline your request to block your information. Has that happened to anyone before? Have you put in the ID report and they declined? It says the findings in this report cover select examinations in connection with credit reporting and furnishing. So this is, remember, credit reporting and furnishing are two different things. The furnisher have a duty and the CRAs have a duty when it comes to regarding this report. Okay? So they have a duty, the CRC duty, to block reported information resulting from alleged identity theft. The FCRA requires them to block any reporting information of anything in the consumer's file that identifies the information that has resulted from alleged identity theft, not later than 4 business days. And this is what these fools are doing on social media. They're saying, "Hey, just come fill this out. It ain't nothing but a federal ID theft affidavit. It's okay to lie." They are lying to you. This is why when I do the money bag tour and everyone comes to me and they say, "Hey, I heard this," or they use a language like, "Hey, can I just do this and clear my credit report?" And I say no until we get to a certain section to make sure you truly understand what identity theft is. And you can't just holler identity theft if you can't prove it. Because I'm telling you, I've seen several corporations come back. Instead of answering this affidavit, they filed suit, said, "Hey, these are the allegations you have against me. Can you prove it?" They have no proof whatsoever. That's why these people on TikTok are about to be going to jail. They are about to be going to jail. You don't want to be eating those shredded bologna and dry cornflakes because you wanted to get rid of some accounts in 4 days. It is not that serious, ladies and gentlemen. It is not that serious to try to do some fraud to get a credit report clean. It's so easy to do it legally, it doesn't make any sense. Now, let's keep going. Like they said, they may decline to block or rescind any information, so let's keep going. Let's go to the next one. The duty to promptly notify customers after declining to implement or rescind or an identity block. They have to do it again in so many days. Like they said, they got 5 days. The FCRA requires they do it 5 business days of declining to block information. The duty to provide victims of ID theft with the summary of rights. That's under 1681A5B. They're supposed to give that to you. They talk about human trafficking. Now, let's get to the furnishers. Because they are really important. So when you go to apply for an apartment and they tell you no based on a report, you know damn well your landlord did not get a contract with Experian. If Joe Smo is your landlord and he's not attached to a property management company, how in the hell did they report? How did this get reported to this report? How did the furnisher do it? Or was it the furnisher? Did someone pull up some public record? Maybe, maybe not. That's up to you to do your research to find out what really happened. So now, they found out in recent reviews of auto loan furnishers that examiners found that they continued to furnish incomplete or inaccurate information for several months, even after the furnishers determined through either dispute handling or ID of systematic issues. The information was furnished incompletely or inaccurately. That's what they failed to do. It says they also found that auto loan furnishers did not promptly send corrections or updates to the CRCs after determining that accounts with lease returns were paid in full. When it says when lease cars were returned to the dealership, furnishers updated their system of records to reflect that the accounts had been paid in full. However, they found out that they failed to update the information. This is why it's your job, again, to make sure your reports are accurate. You don't realize one little thing that's off, whether it's a period or explanation point or a question mark. Not literally, but you know what I mean. If it is off, that means the report is inaccurate. Anything and everything can be removed. Do that make sense to anybody? Yes or no? Moni says, yes, ma'am. She says, yes, but at this point, I need to shore the CRAs. What does that mean, Miss Davis? Oh, sue the CRAs. So remember when we talked about the money back tour? Yes, if I did not report it, remove it. Ooh, wee! Look at that veteran right there. Look at that veteran right there. Look at that veteran right there. Come on, man. Kelsey, y'all. Everybody give it up for Kelsey. Olivia said, my report is definitely inaccurate. Absolutely. Absolutely. If I did not report it, remove it. Do y'all understand? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words. 9 words. I gotta give it up for again. I gotta give it up for again. I gotta give it up for again. Do y'all not understand how important that is? What she just said? Do y'all not see how important that is? What she just said? We're gonna keep going. So the furnisher duty to notify the CRC of direct dispute. So back to Miss Davis. Miss Davis said at this point, I need to sue the CRAs. So Miss Davis, remember at the money back tour, we talked about the path to make sure that everyone is included as starting in the FDCPA. Remember, I said whoever's fighting you, you need to go ahead and talk to them instead of going to their mama. So go to them. They're the one who furnishing the fight. They're the one who talking about the fight. They're the one who said they want to fight. They furnishing the information, just like Visa. So of course you need to go to Visa first before you even go to their boss, which is Experian M&M. They business partner. The business partner is Experian TransUnion them. So I'm not gonna go to your business partner unless I talk to you first. Because the first thing the business partner gonna say, did you talk to them? What they say, right? So when you're talking to these people and you write your letter to Visa and Visa don't respond because you say, listen here, partner, you got 30 days. I'm only giving you 30, maybe 15. It depends on you. How froggy you feeling when you get off the porch. And when you give them that time and you got receipt and proof that they received that letter and you got a copy of that letter, and them 30 or 15 days have surpassed or expired, it's time for you to send a copy of that letter, proof they received it on the date, and that time has expired to their business partner. Look who you doing business with, man. He's sloppy as shit. They real sloppy. You need to clean it up over there. What's going on? I got a problem. I'm a consumer. You don't know who I am? I'm at the top of the Constitution. I'm the only one Supreme Court of the United States of America. Who do you think you are, you elaborate mechanism as defined in the 15 U.S.C. 1681? You assume you have a vital role, but I'm telling you what to do. I feel like I'm on a podcast again. I feel like I'm on a podcast again. I guess because I'm using my podcast mic. I think because I'm using this mic. She said, yes, I got it. She said, yes, I got it. 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 Yes. She got it. Moni said, I love it. Go. Let's go. That's all I desire. That's all I desire. It's for you to get it. That's all. And that's it. She said, low key, you want to say preach, preacher? You can, because I am preaching the gospel. The gospel has nothing to do with religion. It means the truth. So I am a preacher and I am preaching the gospel. You already know. You already know. Let's keep going, guys. Let's keep going. So now, she says, I told you I needed to hear things differently sometimes. Sometimes, yes, absolutely. A lot of people do. Bianca, welcome, welcome, welcome. She said, period, Pooh. Yes, Miss Davis, I totally understand. I totally understand. So what I just spoke about was basically point 2.2.2. The furnisher's duty to notify the CRC of direct disputes. Because what their job is, it says examiners are continuing to find that furnishers are violating the FCRA. Their duty to notify the CRCs that the accuracy or completeness of items are being furnished are them subject to dispute. That goes back to the FDCPA 1692E. Specifically, the examiners found furnishers who received direct disputes from consumers were continuing to furnish. That is clear violation. Not only the FCRA, but the FDCPA. I got hiccups again. Hold on, guys. Let me hold my breath for about 15 seconds. All right. So in response to these findings, furnishers are updating their policies. That's what they said. But are they really updating them? This was back in March 2024. They still doing the same shit. They will never, when I say they will never, never be in compliance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Because if they did, they will be out of, y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for it? If they follow this, they will be out of business. No more credit reporting agencies. They will never tell you the truth. Help them, God. I can't even say so, but help them, God. I don't even want to say so. Just help them, God. Now, the examiners are continuing to find that they are violating Regulation V as in Victor, which is the duty to conduct a what? Reasonable investigation of direct disputes, specifically with auto loan furnishers. They found that furnishers failed to investigate direct disputes that did not satisfy those furnishers' identity verification requirements. What did I tell you guys earlier was not a form of identification? What did I say earlier that was not a form of identification? That they always ask you for. We need two forms of ID. We need this and this. What's one that you like? Wait a minute, hold up, partner. The Office of Inspector General said you can't have that. That's mine. Abso-fucking-lutely. 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 The SSN. That is not identification, my loves. Stop giving it to them. Go look it up. Yep, put them in their place. Out of business. Come on, Miss Kelsey on a motherfucking roll tonight. Miss Kelsey on a roll. She's on a roll tonight, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely. Put them in their place out of your business. Look, Miss Kelsey, you're going to have to start making some merch. The Office of Inspector General, my love, or ask Siri, or go to Google and find out. But yeah, the Office of Inspector General. It used to be on SSA.gov, which is a Social Security website. But when we was at the mentorship, I think it was 2024. No, I'm sorry, not 2024. 2023 or 2022, the end of 2022, we realized, because I wasn't looking for it to show the people. But next thing I know, this shit is gone. It's gone. And somebody said, oh, it's on the Inspector General, because Ozma, I've been studying like you said. So I went straight to OIG and it was there on the FAQs, frequently asked questions. Or, if you search Google, you can put quotation mark FAQ, Office of Inspector General is Social Security, is my Social Security number identification, another quotation mark. It'll take you direct to that page. That's a little trick when you're searching on Google. You put things in quotation marks with the exact keywords that you know that's in that article and or page, and it will take you directly to it. Directly to it. Now, let's go. It says Regulation V specifically defines what a consumer must include in a dispute notice to trigger the duty to investigate. They have a duty that is their job. That is their job. That's like a cop saying, I'm not going to give you my badge number. I'm just going to point to it on my shoulder. Here on my, what if I can't read, nigga? What if I can't see that far? You can't do that. It's your duty to recite it publicly. If I say, what's your name and badge number? You got to tell me your name and badge number. You can't point to it. I don't know how to read. I'm illiterate. You can't assume I know how to read because you're pointing to something. Y'all get my drift? Oh, this shit getting fun now. I might fuck with YouTube a little bit. I might fuck with it a little bit. Now, also in recent reviews of debt collection furnishers, examiners found that when the furnishers received a direct dispute, they simply deleted the trade line rather than conducting an investigation. Remember, you have a right to ask about that investigation. And if they say, we just deleted it, we got a problem, Houston. So, as the Bureau has explained, simply deleting trade lines in response to a direct dispute does not satisfy their responsibility to conduct a reasonable investigation with respect of the disputed information. So, you ever wrote your dispute letter? You see them all the time at the CFPB. You see it all the time on the internet. They say, oh, we've got your letter, but we don't agree, but we're just going to delete. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. I don't want you to delete. I want you to do what? A fucking investigation, because that's your job. That's do your job. Taxpayers are paying you. I may not be a taxpayer, but you're getting paid. I may not be a taxpayer, but you're getting paid. Don't you get paid that salary every 2 weeks or monthly? Don't you get paid? Right? Right? So, after identification of these issues, furnishers were directed to update their policies and procedures to ensure that they conduct reasonable investigations of direct disputes. Again, let's go back to my first book. The first book, the first chapter said what? 2 words, ask questions. God damn it, ask questions. First of all, what did you do? You investigated who, what, when, where, and how? Let me see the reports. I need to see it because it's in my file. Guess what? You have, if you investigated, it's in my file, and I have a right to see that file. That's per the FCRA. Do y'all see how that works? Man, listen, I'm about to get up and start running, man. I am about to get up and start running. Come on, Miss Kelsey. Come on, Miss Kelsey. Come on, Miss Kelsey. So I'm talking about, man. Man, I'm over here smiling. Y'all can probably hear me smiling. My cheeks probably gonna be hurting at the end of this live. I swear for God, I'm smiling like hell because I'm so happy. You guys are grasping it and you guys are comprehending it in a way that you fully understand. And I can tell by your responses. I can tell by your responses. What else? 2.2.5. The furnisher have a duty not to furnish information that purports to relate to a consumer report upon receipt of an ID theft report. So they found out they were violating the FCRA requirement that if a consumer submits an ID report at the address specified for receiving such report, saying that the information is related to ID theft, the furnisher may not furnish such information to any CRC unless they know or is informed by the consumer that the information is correct. Are you ever gonna tell them niggas, yo, that's right? How many of y'all told people on your credit report that shit right? How many of y'all said, yo, you right, TransUnion, you right, LexisNexis, you right, Sage Stream, I ain't got no smoke, I don't want no smoke, you right. How many of y'all told? Never. Moni said, I ain't never, ever. She said, get on my level, get on my level. I love it. She said, never. I know that's right. Period, Miss Davis. Never, right? She said, hell no. Nah. I love it. I love it. Exactly. So it says, in response to these findings, furnishers are updating their policies, blah, 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 that the information subject to this requirement is not furnished prior to the completion of an investigation and determination of validity. I highly suggest everybody on this damn live go print out Supervisory Highlights, issue 32, version 508. I ain't even gotta go no more. I'm gonna go back. Go get this right here. April the 8th. Go back and put in the dates like I did it. Go to news and put in the date of April. You gonna find this. Send that shit. When you send your letter, send that shit, man. Send it with them. Like, look, I already know the CFPB been on your ass. They talked about this. They're your supervisor. That's why it's a supervisory highlight. It's a supervisory highlight, right? All right, now we're gonna go through one more mate, and then we're gonna be done until tomorrow, y'all. This is gonna be an ongoing thing through December. I mean, I heard King told me, Mommy, we got 14 days to December. I mean, the Christmas. Is that right? Is he right, y'all? She said, TU asked me today, have I been a victim of ID theft? Now I see why. She said, now I see why. Hell yeah, you see why, sis. Absolutely. Sorry, that was April. We're going to go to May. All right, so May. Health accounts. Take action to require Collegian Student Loan Trust and Pennsylvania Higher Education Assistance Agency to pay more than $5 million. Let's keep going. Let me go back down to the bottom of the page. I know I got to go to the bottom of the page to go to page 4. Let's go. Look, Miss Kelsey is. Listen, Miss Kelsey, what did you have today? I need what you had today, Miss Kelsey. I need what you had today, Miss Kelsey. Please give it to me. Tell me the secret, because goddamn, you on a goddamn roll. I ain't never seen you this goddamn fluid and lucid. Please help me, Miss Kelsey. What did you have for dinner, supper, or lunch, or breakfast? Give me your secret, baby, because this is on. Are you still fasting? Are you still fasting, Miss Kelsey? We got Chime. She said she always on a roll. You ain't never lied. You ain't never lied, Moni. She's always on a roll. She said, yes, she is on fire with it. Yes. But, this is 3 years. This is almost 2.5, 3 years of her studying and being in tune with consumer law. So you will be known by the fruits of your labor. I've said it for years. You will be known by your fruit. So we got Chime over here. We got the reports highlights consumer frustration with credit card rewards programs. We did credit cards, so we ain't gonna focus too much on them right now. What else they got? Inflation regulation CC. We talked about CC. Y'all remember regulation fee CC? She said yes. FCRA is my study. Yes, because at Patreon, I remember we was on Patreon. We really focused on the FCRA. So I'm so glad that you're understanding and comprehending so well. I'm so happy, Miss House. You have no idea. Look, Miss Kelsey, if y'all could see me, y'all know I'm real animated, right? Y'all know I'm real fucking animated in real life. If you've been to the Money Bag Tour, I do all types of crazy shit. And you know how back in the Pentecostal churches, they used to run around the church when they feel like they caught the spirit. So I done caught the spirit of Miss Kelsey tonight. And I'm literally, that's why sometimes I sound far away from the mic and then I sound real close. Because I'm around here walking, I'm pacing. Just as I cleared my report, I know that's goddamn right, Miss Kelsey. She said I cleared my report. And hold on, now I got to add to it. I wish you. See, the only thing about YouTube, somebody gotta find out. Moni, can you help me? Moni, you know I'm an old lady, right? And you real young and you real good at this technology stuff. Moni, can you help me help this old lady, Grandma Helen granddaughter? Can you help Grandma Helen granddaughter? Can you please find out and see how can I play music here over here without getting a copyright violation? Because the last videos they put a copyright violation. So how do I do it? Can you please find out and let me know by next week so we can figure this out? Because listen, if I got this soundboard and I got this software and I got my music, Moni, it's a wrap. It's a straight doobie with the bobby pins. It's a straight doobie with the bobby pins, Moni. I need some music. I'm starting to like it over here. But I really like sharing my screen. That's my thing, y'all. I really, really love. She says, if anything, I'll make you some background music. Something. Look, I done turned APOC off. I done looped that song 3 times. I've been listening to APOC I've been listening to APOC for years. And that's the only thing I can play without, Ooh, Moni, I got an idea. She says, do you have to say I have no rights to music? I know people was doing that one time. On Facebook and Instagram, they was. Over here, I have not seen anybody. The people that play music over here, it's their own music. But my music I have, like on Apple Play, I could play it, but they're still going to hit me with a copyright violation. I'm going to have to send them an email, give them the code that say I own this shit. And I don't feel like doing all that. But Moni, I have a great idea. I have a really great idea. So Moni, I came up with, matter of fact, if you can, tomorrow's Thursday, you might be, no, tomorrow's Wednesday. I keep saying it's Thursday. Thursday, the next day that you're off, it doesn't matter. There's no rush. The next day that you're off, Moni, inbox me and I'll tell you this idea. But I might forget by the time that day come. Remind me it's about the song for consumer law, and I'll remember because I have an idea. I think I know how I want to flex this real quick. You off tomorrow? Boom. Say less. Hit me up tomorrow whenever you get time. Hit me up on Messenger. Let me know you're available and we go from there. You want to inbox me now? Let's go. Yes. Let's go. All right. So we got regulation CC. I think we talked about that briefly on TikTok. Then we got CFPB distributes millions of Think Finance illegal lending practices. Statement on Supreme Court decision from May. They sue solo funds for deceiving borrowers and illegally extracting fees. Western benefits of swindling student loan borrowers. Take action to ensure consumers can dispute. Oh, I like this one. This is it right here. This is it right here. I remember this one. So the CFPB takes action to ensure that consumers can dispute charges and obtain refunds on buy now, pay later loans. We are talking Afterpay, Klarna. We are talking. What's the rest of the names, y'all? What's the rest of them? Afterpay, Klarna. That's the only ones I see when I'm Amazon. Amazon, because I think Amazon, if you click this, you can get an Amazon gift card. You only get $2 and pay the rest later. What else? What is these other buy now, pay now? What are these? Zip Sezzle. See, I never heard of this. Zip Sezzle. See, these niggas right here. These niggas right here. PayPal, pay later. There it go, Bianca. There it go. If you deal with buy now, pay later, similar to layaway back in the days. Similar to layaway back in the days. So the CFPB issued a rule. I ain't finna try to say that word. A rule all on. She said, I can't think of one I got my dog from. Wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Money. Can't you see? Sometimes the words just hypnotize me. You said you got a dog on Afterpay? Wait, you can buy animals on Afterpay? They gave you a whole species and didn't make you pay for it? Oh, my stomach hurt. Oh, my stomach hurt. Wait a minute. Can we get houses? Can we get... She said, I disputed day one. She said, I disputed day one. She says, I absolutely brought my Yorkie and did not pay. Yes, ma'am. Wait a minute. I'm going to have to look into this Afterpay shit. Because y'all already know. Listen. Oh, my gosh. I'm telling y'all, the way y'all are moving, I appreciate y'all so much. And when y'all start incorporating spirituality into this, let me tell you, it changes the game. When you incorporate spirituality with law and results, it's going to change the game. She said, "Well, probably, shoot, let me look into it." That is so funny. I had no idea. I'm behind the times, y'all. Y'all know I'm old. Y'all young folks know everything. Y'all young folks know everything. I got to keep up. She said, that's what I need help with. And then it's over. Oh, say less. She said, you can buy body parts? Body parts? Wait. You talking about an arm, a finger, or an eye? You talking about toes and shit, Miss Chanel? Wait a minute. Hold up. Flag on the play. Are we talking about medical stuff? Oh, hell no. This is how all these bitches get veneers? Is this what you're telling me? Is this what you're telling me? These bitches get veneers from Credit Care? Hey, Miss Henry. Hey. Y'all, this is too funny to me. The reason why this is so funny is because I knew there would come a time. I knew there would be a time and day to where they could not even charge you a fuck ass thing. Let alone you don't have to pay a fuck ass thing, but charge you. I was wondering. Look, Moni, I thought it was the PPP loans. Synchrony? Oh man, Synchrony is the easiest bank to get over on. That's the first bank I ever finessed with Synchrony. And I ain't even gonna say finesse. I'm gonna say that's the first bank I laid the consumer laws on. I told y'all that nigga called me talking about, yeah, I work for Victoria's Secret and you got a credit card through Synchrony Bank. We're gonna come to your house. If you don't do this, nigga, pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. I want you to pull up. I want you to. I use that FCRA so fast and pull that shit off my goddamn report. They couldn't pull up fast enough. That's like how I park in the. I'm telling all my secrets. That's like how I park in a handicap spot. And I'm like, by the time they call the police about a handicap spot that's non-criminal, nigga, I'll be done grocery shop a whole 3 carts to be out of this store. You would never catch me. I'm a gingerbread man. Catch me if you can. Oh my God, we got to get on with the lesson. We got to get on with this lesson, y'all. We got to get on with this lesson. We almost through with May. We got to be done by 9 o'clock. It's 8:18. Oh my God. Y'all got me crying real tears. Oh my gosh. Okay. So the rule says they confirm that buy now, pay later lenders are credit card providers. That means they are governed under which act? If they are issuing a credit card, they're governed under which act? Who knows? Accordingly, buy now, pay later lenders must provide consumers some key legal protections and rights that apply to conventional credit cards. This is why you don't have to pay overdraft fees. You get my drift? Me too, Olivia. She said Tila, absolutely. Truth in lending. Yes. Truth in lending. Because they talk about the issuers and who they are. So of course they're saying they confirmed it. They already knew. The thing is they confirmed it. I mean, we already knew y'all niggas was who y'all didn't say y'all was, but we're gonna confirm that y'all are credit card providers. What the freak was that? Yo, do not scare me like that, King. I will knock you out. Yeah, I'll knock all your 32s out. You ain't got 32 yet. You got about 28. I'll knock them all out. Do not do that again. What was that noise? It was the door. What door? My door. Don't do that again. See, this is what happens when I don't play music, girl. He opened his door. Y'all almost had a fucking fit. I thought somebody was in my house. Announce myself. Say, Mommy, I'm leaving my room. If I got to... King just bust out laughing. Like, I'm not finna announce myself. King like, what are you talking about? Because I normally have music on and I can't hear it. So I did his door. Y'all know we Christmas crazy in the house. So I did his door. And I put some wrapping paper on the door. So when you open it, it sounds like, I don't know. It's like a receipt coming out of a machine. I don't know. It just sounds like something I never heard before. Nerves bad as a motherfucker. Moni said, wait a minute. Your nerves is too bad. Y'all know I got jumped when I was young. And anything I hear behind me, I flinch. And that's trauma. I wish I knew what that bitches was now. I would take them to court for this trauma because I'm still dealing with it at 41 years old. At 41, anything I hear behind me, I'm jumping, I'm flinching. That's why if anybody walking behind me, they ass gonna get hurt. I'm gonna kick them in your balls. So something gonna happen because I don't like when people run up on me from behind. She said, so my mama did. Not like us scaring each other. Let me get on with this lesson, man. Y'all gonna have me clowning all night, man. Wait. Wait, let me see. Look, it's time for this, y'all. Right. I hear Mommy. You tripping. Exactly. That's exactly what he said. Probably going downstairs in his big ass head with that hot top. Now, so it says they apply to conventional credit cards. When my mom screamed so loud when I went to wake her up one morning after she told me no. That'll be me, Olivia. That'll be me. That'll be me. King like, my mom, that's what you told me to knock on your door to remind you at 12:30. Nigga, don't knock on my door. All right, okay. I'm gonna get serious, y'all. It's so hard. It's so hard. All right. Okay. So it says these since they're credit card issuers and their provision under they're supposed to give you legal protections and rights. It says these include a right to dispute charges and demand a refund. Y'all see that D word? Demand. That don't mean, can you please give me a refund? No, demand. I demand you. I want my refund. Send it to me. What's wrong? I tell y'all. She said I told them to send my check overnight. And they overnighted her 6-figure check. Okay. Now, the CFPB launches inquiry into the rapidly expanded buy now, pay later market more than 2 years ago and continues to see consumer complaints related to funds and disputed transactions. Today's action will bring consistency to this market. So it says when consumers check out, Miss Davis, are you still with us? Is Miss Davis still here? I'm sorry, Miss Davis. I probably scared you away with all this laughing. She said, just like court, you don't ask your move. You don't ask. You move the court. Exactly. I move this court to boom, 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 boom. Not prayer upon relief. Okay, Miss Davis. I hope I ain't scare you away. I know you're not used to this part, Miss Davis. This is how it really gets down. Okay. Sorry for the laughter, but this is what we do. Now, she said, I love it. So when consumers check out, and this is what happens in real life. When I'm on tour, oh my God, it's in person, and when there's no cameras and thousands of people looking from the outside, looking and come back watch later, baby, it's a whole vibe. But now let's go. When consumers check out and choose buy now, pay later, pay later, they don't know if they will get a refund if they return their product, or whether the lender will help them get it if they didn't get what was promised. Regardless of whether a shopper swipes a credit card or uses buy now, pay later, they are entitled to important consumer protections under long-standing laws and regulations already on their books. Yes, hands down, Moni. Hands down, Moni. On their books. It's getting hot in here now. So, it says the CFPB began studying the buy now, pay now later industry in 2021. That was almost in the height of COVID. They found that buy now, pay later is often used as a closed substitute for conventional credit cards to purchase goods and services. Again, keyword services, personal, family, and household services. When people go to a checkout or online or in person at a store, the buy now, pay later is frequently offered as an option alongside the option to pay with a credit card. But just as credit cards can be used in a variety of situations and not just in person with the swipe or tap, the pay later products are used via digital user accounts, via websites, via digital user accounts linked to websites. I read that all backwards, y'all. My brain, my eyes be moving faster than my brain. Exactly. Entitled. It's their duty. It's their freaking duty. Absolutely. And once you know their job, think about it. Back in the day, I don't know. I'm going to say during COVID time. Because during COVID time, there weren't too many people doing their job. Because there weren't too many people doing the job. Because a lot of people quit. Anyway. So we go to these places. They be like, oh, it's bad customer service. Nobody doing their job. Well, if I know what your job is and you ain't doing it, baby, I'm going to stick it to you like white on rice, baby. You're going to be so mad like Al Green felt when them grits and hot water were thrown on him. You're going to be hollering. It's going to be a third, first, second, and fifth degree burn fucking with a consumer. That's what's going to happen. It says, because buy now, pay later lenders will typically meet criteria under existing laws and regulations as traditional credit card providers, they need to extend many of the same rights and protections as classic credit card providers. In a market report, the CFPB uncovered more than 13% of these pay later transactions involved a return or dispute. In 2021, people disputed or returned 1.8 billion in transactions at the 5 firms surveyed. The failure, again, this is key. Write it down. Do whatever you need to do. Screenshot it. I don't care. It's not my shit. The failure to provide dispute protections can create chaos for consumers when they return their merchandise or encounter other billing difficulties. Thank you, somebody who said Tila. I think it was Bianca. So today's rule describes how buy now, pay later, excuse me, lenders meet the criteria for credit card providers under what? The Truth in Lending Act. It's all about disclosures. For consumers, this means buy now, pay later lenders must do the 3 following things. Investigate disputes. I've heard one person say, well, I sent this dispute for a firm. They said they're under no duty to investigate. Okay. Buy now, pay later lenders must investigate disputes that consumers initiate. Lenders must also pause payment requirements during their investigation and sometimes must issue credits. Hello. So if you have an unauthorized transaction, if you understood what that meant under the Truth in Lending Act, you don't have to pay a fuck ass thing. Now, refund return products or cancel services. So when I go to Amazon and I have Prime, or if I have Discovery Plus, or if I have Hulu and it's for 30 days and it's like a month and 30 days, what does it say? When consumers return products or cancel services for a refund, they must credit the refunds to consumers' account. It's Bianca's. Oh, I'm about to say Bianca. See here. I see her comment. She says, Bianca says they will have, excuse me, Tila disclosures to sign when you consummate your purchase. I caught that this year. Absolutely. And on their website, they're gonna say, we follow the Truth in Lending Act. But Bianca, when she was attending the Money Bag tour in Charleston, something happened where she couldn't possibly make it. And she sent me a message. She said, hey, Asma, I know you don't do refunds, but blah, blah, blah happened. Can I get my refund? And I felt so bad about blah, 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 but I still had to understand, like, look, there's laws in place that I must follow. So I said, you know what? I can't give you a refund. But it says what? The pay later lenders must credit the refunds to consumer accounts. Now, I'm not a card issuer. I don't fall under any of these categories, but I felt right to do. I felt like I had to do right by her. So I said, I can't give you a full refund. You can come to the next one, or you can get a credit for that amount for anything on the website. She says, shoot, I wish mine would have said that. They quickly oblige. So what did Bianca do? Because I think she had brought 2 tickets. It was one for her and her husband. Next thing I know, about 4 days went past. I'm looking at my DM like, shit, she ain't say nothing. I don't know what the fuck going on. Maybe she processing this shit. Next thing I know, she says, I'll be there. I know that's fucking right. I know that's what Bianca said. Listen, I don't want shit off the website but this goddamn money bag tour. And that's before I had all those classes. She says, and thank you for not giving me a refund. Exactly. I couldn't because you agreed to it, remember? But I still had to do right by you. So I'm like, you know what? I understand, but I could do this. And she was like, shit, I'll be there. I think I even said, Bianca, remind me, I don't know. I think I probably said you could get refund for one person, but not the other. Did I say that? And I don't know if I said, I think I told you get one refund, but not the other. She said, I wish I would have called in person. Miss Davis, I've had several people that come to, so the Money Bag tour, the first one I had in 2019 in North Carolina, I had about 4 people to return to Atlanta. Come right back to the next day, like, when the next one? I got to come again. I got to hear it again. It's like going to a concert. I got to hear it again. So, because again, we confiscated phones, so you couldn't record a fuck ass thing. I took your watch and everything. She said, then won the ticket to the mentorship, Divine Timing. Yes. And then Atlanta, about 10 to 13 people, Gwen could vouch for this, from Atlanta came right to Orlando. From Orlando, I had about the same 8, maybe 6 or 7 or 8 people come right to Ohio. So people came back to back. So don't feel like any type of way if you have to come in person because you already did online, because it's nothing like an in-person experience, baby. It's like watching a concert on the internet and then watching it in person, baby. It's better in person. So I said that to say this. One of my favorite people in my top 10 of my list is in office. And things are going to be better. Because remember, I stopped traveling during the other administration, right? So now that we're under this new administration, things may get worse before they get better. But I'll kind of know, I'll be led to know what to do and what not to do because I'm tapped in. And my ancestors ain't going to throw me into a fiery furnace. So if they say I can go back on tour in person, I definitely will. And Kendra Davis, on this day, December 10th, 2024, you have granted yourself a free ticket. A free ticket. So Bianca, Moni, y'all all remind me, I gave her a free ticket because I might forget. But I gave you this free ticket because you said you wish you could see it in person. So this is for you whenever, the ancestors and the world decides it's safe for people to travel, because I don't want people being caught in crosshairs of this bullshit. You will be the first one to get a ticket. And you know what? I may just, in 2021, was it 2021? Yeah, 2021 when I went to Atlanta, the last Money Bag tour in person was in Atlanta. I had approximately 100 people there. I had an MVP portion where I had 20 people for MVP, 20 or 25. So if I do MVP, Kendra, I could call her Kendra, Miss Davis, you'll have an MVP ticket as well. Now, I'm feeling like if I make this comeback on tour in person, I need to have a VIP. She said, yes, ma'am. I remember because I'm going to be there. Like, where Kendra? Exactly. She said, I'm going to be there. Yes, congratulations. No problem. I give away free tickets all the time. I think somebody just said that. She said you need to be able to listen and write at the Kelsey said you Miss Kelsey said she said you need to be able to listen and write fast at the same time and being I'm here. I love it. I love it. Y'all are tickling me. Y'all are tickling me. She said learn how to shorthand. Look, she's telling you to go to secretary school. Time is 8:30. I got 30. Look, I got 27 minutes. I got 27 minutes. Oh God. Okay. Whoo. Okay. I gotta pull up this report here. I gotta read the director's remarks on this report here. So it says, buy now, pay later. I'm gonna start practicing. Look, practicing buy me a coffee. But I will repeat myself. So pretty much every 5 to 10 minutes, I'll say, anybody need me to repeat that? I'll repeat it. And then I always say, if I'm going too fast, y'all tell me to slow down. So I do that in person, but online, I don't give a fuck online. I really don't. Only because I know people be screen recording and they'll change my voice with an AI voice and put it in their class like they taught it. That's why I do that shit. And that's why I be playing music. So it deters people from trying to take a screen recording and changing the AI voice to a male voice, act like it's them. Trust me, I've seen it all. These niggas really want to be me, but they got to use AI. But let's keep going. Now, buy now, pay later is a form of credit that allows a consumer to fully purchase a product and then pay back the loan over 4 installments. If you look under the Truth and Lending Act, it talks about 4 installments, with the first installment typically being a down payment on the purchase. The CFPB conducted an extensive study on this market that they published in 2022. It says when Congress, here we go. Y'all ready for this? Are y'all ready for this? When Congress defined a credit card under the Truth in Lending Act, it deliberately defined the term to include devices both known and unknown. Do y'all understand what they just said? When Congress defined the credit card under 15 U.S.C. 1602, it deliberately defined the term to include, not exclude. That means everything is included. There's nothing excluded. Remember the exclusion rule, inclusion rule. We talked about this. Devices both known and unknown. While we typically think of a credit card, come on, Congress. Congress said while we typically think of a credit card as a piece of plastic with an embossed number, the term encompasses a wide range of devices, including those no longer commonly used. Similarly, the term has come to include digital forms of credit payment. In fact, many credit card companies issue virtual account numbers to be used for online shopping. Cash App has a virtual number. Essentially, any mechanism, y'all know where y'all heard that at? Tool or procedure that consumers can use from time to time to buy goods or services on credit gets the protections that consumers have come to know and expect with credit cards. When people use a credit card to purchase a product or service, they generally know what to expect in terms of rights and protections, which have been around in one form or another since the Truth in Lending Act was first enacted. For example, many consumers know that if you make a return or dispute a charge, you get a refund credited to the account. They know that if something goes wrong with the purchase, you can dispute it with the credit card company. It says, based on analysis and the business practices, they found that they rely on user accounts that borrowers use to access buy now and pay later credit. That means that consumers should receive disclosures that lay out fees, pricing structures, and rights and protections for things. So, for example, let's go back to overdraft. As I said, talk about overdraft. So, if your account, your checking account, savings accounts, no matter what have you, it goes into overdraft on a Monday. They may charge you, depending on your financial institution, they may charge you an overdraft fee at midnight on that Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday. And if it's overdrafted for at least a month, it's going to be every day. But was that outlined in your pricing structures? Or did they say we'll charge a fee for overdraft and it implied that it'll be a one-time fee? Y'all tell me in the comments. Y'all tell me. Y'all tell me in the comments. Y'all tell me in the comments. She said Shirley wasn't. She said nope. They're issuing this rule to make clear how the agency would apply long-standing law and regulation to this popular form of credit. Nope, definitely thought it would be one time. Absolutely. So if you thought it would be one time, that means it wasn't clear. There was no plain language. Oops. If there was no plain language, what does that mean, guys? It means it was deceptive. They misled you. They lied. That means you can sue for deception. And that agreement is what? Null and void. Yep. Made it seem like it was one time. Absolutely. They made it seem like it was one time. Wait, what did I miss? What did she say? Wait, I missed a comment. Wait. Oh, okay, I thought that said fraud. It's deceptive and misleading. Absolutely. And the states and federal law prohibit deceptive and misleading practices. Deceptive and misleading practices. I really hope you guys got something out of this tonight. I know I said I thought I was going to be able to go all the way to January, guys. I mean, from January to December. Listen, I was unable due to y'all laughter and y'all comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this live. We will continue with the month of June tomorrow. We got, I don't know how many days to the end of this month, but we're going to get it done. Did anybody enjoy this live? Please put a yes and no in the comments. If you learned anything, please put a yes and no in the comments. I would appreciate all 11 of y'all. I appreciate quality over quantity. All of you guys, well, out of 11, I would say 8 of you guys. We got Kendra, Ben, Bianca, Moni, Olivia, Miss Kelsey. We got about 6 of y'all out of 11 that participated. The rest don't believe in themselves, or they refuse for their name to pop up because they don't want no one to know that they're watching my live because they had no comments until the end. So they didn't want no one to know they was here because they know we'll be on YouTube. So I appreciate the 6 or 7 of you all that participate throughout the night. I really, really do. I really, really do. Definitely enjoy. I love it here. She said, and I learned. She said, this was fun. Yes, I truly did. Absolutely. Olivia said, thank you. Yes. I enjoyed this and gained more clarity. Kedra said, I didn't even see this comment, Kedra. It says, I hit Citibank with deceptive misleading, trying to tell me my score was one thing, and when I checked it, it said something different. Boom shakalaka! You fact check them. You see how they try to fact check during the debate? We got a dispute, and you want to fact check, and you ain't got your facts right. Miss me with that bullshit. Period, Pooh. Period. Moni says, I had a great time. Yes, Moni, and I learned some new gems. You are more than welcome for coming, Olivia. I appreciate you. Yep, she says, and printing it out and sending it to them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Morgan says, I got in late, but you know I always enjoy your lives on any platform. Yes, ma'am. I know who you are. You are RJ. You are Rashida. You are from the Money Bag Tour and TikTok. I appreciate you all for being here. I thank you for coming. Again, we will finish this. what's tomorrow? We got buy me a coffee class tomorrow, so will not be tomorrow night. Thursday I have my own personal class. So it looks like we'll be finishing up on Friday. Not finishing up. We'll start with June, July, August. Probably three months. June, July, August. Then September, October, November. We'll leave December for the last because December ain't out yet. So we're gonna leave December for the last. But we're gonna okay. So we got about 3 more days. About the weekend. By the weekend, we should be through with everything until December. So I appreciate you all for coming. I really like this platform. I'm trying to figure out how to use this platform on TikTok. I know there's a way. I just haven't figured it out yet. I haven't figured it out yet. But if you are not following, I need you all to let me make sure something. Hold on. Let me make sure. Hold on. Cause y'all already know what they calling them with. Oh, did I delete it? Oh crap. They're calling that app that I'll be on, the clock app. What the heck? To be canceled. So if they are, I don't have it up here. But if you guys remember Bigo, the app Bigo. So between Bigo and YouTube, so just how now I'm going back and forth between YouTube and TikTok. So if TikTok leaves January 19th, I'll be between Bigo and YouTube. Bigo is identical like TikTok. They're just very immature over there. They're youngins. There's no real content creator. Well, there wasn't no content creators when I was there in 2021. I was probably the only one. Because people like, oh my God, you came in Bigo and you did this in 30 days. And people been on this app for 3 years. They did what you did. But anyway, I digress. So I'll be on Bigo, but after January 19th, if this goes down, because I like the excitement. I like the gifts. It looks really pretty on the screen. That's your birthday? January 19th, that's the day they're supposed to be banning TikTok. But nevertheless, turn off your if you're here, please go outside the live and like it. Leave any comments, please, if you can. I ask you nicely to leave any comments pertaining to the live. If anything you want to say, it doesn't matter. Just please leave a comment because I'm trying to increase my engagement here on YouTube so more people can learn about consumer law the right way. I'm trying to make consumer law great again because we got all my little minions around here trying to do what I say and say what I do, and they fucking it all up. So I want to make sure everybody is in the right position. Again, I know I'm not God. I'm not trying to play God, but I'm the best next to consumer law when it comes to God. So he gave me this assignment. I want to make sure you get it right. My daughter's on the 17th. So I appreciate you guys from coming, and I will see you tomorrow. Is Wednesday between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. for consumer news on TikTok live. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you all. Be blessed. Thank you, Money. Consumer law knowledge. Ashe, ashe, ashe. That was a joke, Bianca. Did you get it? Gotta go. 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 Gotta go right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Okay. Peace, y'all.